Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today I have an interview with the CEO of Kasta named Carl.
Hey, super happy to be here and very honored to actually be on the video where you show your face for the first time.
So Carl, quickly let me know, what is Kasta? What are we talking about here? What are the people going to see?
Sure. For those who don't know about Kasta, I think, well, there's been a bit of a hype, which is cool to see. But what we want to do with Kasta is basically, I founded this company to be able to address some of the pain points that I have in my everyday life. And the everyday life, problems that I have is that I earn 98% of all my earnings in crypto, which is a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. I love earning all my earnings in crypto, but it's not as easy as I would have hoped when I started to use it as a medium of exchange. I earn a lot of, like my earnings is in Bitcoin and Ethereum and USDT mostly. But say that if I want to go, like take the example, if you and me should go out and eat lunch together, for example, and if we want to pay for that lunch, we need to do so with fiat, right? You could do so by getting a Coinbase card or Binance card or crypto.com card, which makes it a lot easier, which is a very cool thing. But if we want to split the bill after, how would we do that? Sure, I can send you USDT, or I would prefer sending you USDT because it's a stable coin, so it's easier for me to calculate the price. Say that we eat for $20 and I should then send you $10, right? But if I would send you $10 for that lunch, I would need your wallet address. I would need to know what network to send it on. And if I do anything wrong, we know what happens. It will result in loss of funds. Yeah. And I've done this mistake 2 times, even though I've been in the crypto space for 3 years. 2 or 3 months ago, I sent a large amount of USDT on the Binance Smart Chain to an ERC20 exchange wallet.
Oh, wow.
All funds lost. Yeah, so it's, you send it to a black hole. It's just, it's horrible. And it should be easier to do so. And, it's insane that you can actually lose your funds like that. And but it's not only that. Now I'm going much more into detail about that. It's only the transaction fee, the gas fees. If I would send you $10 for splitting the bill, the gas fees would be higher than the actual lunch. So why would I do that? It doesn't make sense, right? And sure, you can go down in the gas fees, but then the transaction time would take longer. So what we're doing with Kasta is, first of all, just simplifying the peer-to-peer transactions. So instead of having to choose network and having to choose, like inserting your wallet address, which is very cumbersome, I'll just use your phone number, or I'll scan your personal QR code or send to your email, and that's it. And then you would receive that USDT instantly and for free. So we're removing all the transaction times, and we're removing the fees for transacting, just to be able to make crypto more of a medium of exchange, basically. So that's the idea of it, the first idea. But then we have, I could talk about this forever. So maybe you want to say follow-up questions or anything. But this is the first thing that we want to solve: easy and free and instant transactions in crypto.
Well, straight off the bat, sounds pretty cool. I didn't actually catch every single thing before we started talking, which is now, so this is already amazing. I think also for a lot of people watching, a lot of people did not know anything about Kasta except for all the marketing efforts out there. But as I get it now, an app where you can send crypto in an easy manner for absolutely free to everybody.
How we differ, how I see it, is that we're payment focused. So we just want to make it much easier. They have all these different altcoins, they have all these different coins, etc., etc. We want to make it much easier than that and have the focus on peer-to-peer transactions and transacting in your everyday life. That's what we what we want to solve, actually. And I think, yeah. No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I get what you say. So your focus is on peer-to-peer, sending it to one another. Do you guys have an exchange on your platform?
Yes, correct. So, but it's not the focus itself. Like I said, the focus is on payments. And that's why we have these different features around it. So On Kasta, you'll able to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, and our own token. So that is, you know, what we're including at first. And why we're doing that is because it's the most mainstream adopted currencies, you know, so we're choosing the top ones to make it easier for the users in that sense. We don't want to include 1,000 different tokens or coins because we are payment focused and, you know, mainstream focused. That's why we're taking this approach. But if our users say, why aren't you including more? We're listening to our users.
Okay,
you know, so
I understand.
more. So it's not that we're closing it there.
Yeah. And can you explain what is on the Kasta platform? Like, because I heard that you're trying to launch the first quarter, and then I heard you're going to do an app and whatnot. What can I expect if I go to Kasta? What should a card, an app to send money around, like yield? Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So it's very important for us. Like, it's not that we don't see ourselves as a crypto competitor. We really don't in that sense. There are crypto competitors, of course, because we're a crypto company. And like I said, we're focusing on payments. However, what we think about this and what our mission is as well is to steer the world towards crypto adoption, you know, mass crypto adoption. And we believe that we can only do so by introducing the beautiful things around blockchain to the everyday man in a packaged way, so they don't have to understand what's happening in the background. And what I mean by that is, you know, borderless transactions thanks to blockchain. We can have these yield effects, etc. So my dad, for example, is not into crypto, but a gateway for him to get into crypto is to say, you know, why not have dollars in USDT that you can earn yield on instead of having it in your bank account where you get zero interest? It doesn't make sense. Right? And like I said, these borderless transactions, etc. So we want to package this solution and get people in here in a way so they don't have to understand what's happening just by the beautiful features around blockchain.
They don't have to understand what's happening, you said?
Like in the background, no. So it's just, you know, sending payments, and how with this Kasta you're able to send, you know, from Sweden, where I'm originally from, to Spain instantly and for free, as an example, because, you know, what's happening in the background, etc. And it's just making their life much simpler than it is at this point. You know, it's hard for me, for example, here in Dubai. I live in Dubai. My dad lives in Sweden. It's pretty cumbersome for me to send him money over in Sweden. You know, I need to wire him money. It takes time. It's costly. Sometimes the transaction doesn't even go through because it's between borders. You know, it's outside of Europe. With Kasta, potentially this is, you know, it's gone. So I can send him Bitcoin. He receives it instantly and for free in his Kasta app. But here comes the other thing, and this is what also differs us pretty much between the other like competitors, crypto competitors, is that we have something that we call the easy swap engine. So I'll be able to send my dad Bitcoin, but maybe he's not comfortable with getting paid in Bitcoin because of reasons, you know, volatility. He doesn't want Bitcoin for whatever reason, which I think is dumb because everyone should have Bitcoin. But so he'll be able to choose in his setting that he can receive it in euros, for example, or USDT. So we make the conversion while sending it, but he'll still receive it instantly. Yeah.
Wow, this is actually a little bit better than I expected, that part, I guess. So he can choose whatever he wants to receive it in, right? So because I was thinking already, what would be the main benefit for an elderly to actually choose something like this over just fiat, like a cash app in the US or what? Because but you're saying,
it wouldn't make sense, like you say. So that's why we're implementing this feature, because now the users are able to choose what they would like to get like payments in. And this is also another thing in crypto, right? What if I only have Ethereum, but you only want everything in Bitcoin, right? So if I'm gonna send you money for this lunch that we talked about, you know, I want to send you, what did we say? Let's say that you want Ethereum, for example, but I only have Bitcoin. Then I'll send you Bitcoin, but you'll get it in Ethereum, you know. So it's make it easier, because
good feature.
And and this is also what I think, if you ask me, what will help, you know, for merchants as well, because now with this swap engine, merchants will be able to start accepting crypto, but under the hood they're not accepting crypto because it gets converted into euros, for example. Or the other way around, maybe you only want to get paid in Bitcoin, right? So The merchants are purchasing in euro online, but it gets converted to Bitcoin for the merchants. So that's also another cool feature.
You shared over on your Twitter that there's a little like snap of it or something like that. Like, what can we find over on your Twitter about it?
There's a little demo. So we've been developing this product for about a year, a little more than a year and a half actually. And so we've come a very far way. We have a beta that is like internal beta that we're testing now. So with this beta now, you're able to purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, and the Kasta token. You're able to exchange it, and you're able to send it instantly and for free. So if you head over to our Twitter page, scroll down a bit, you'll be able to see our demo, where I send my co-founder and the CPO some Bitcoin, and he receives it instantly on his phone, just using his phone number, basically. So that's already in place. Why we haven't launched yet is that, it's a beta, so we're testing it out. But it's also because we're acquiring licenses now to be 100% compliant, which of course is very necessary for us. So we're going to be compliant in that sense and are acquiring the necessary license for us to launch. And hopefully we'll get this done by Q1. So we'll be able to launch now this within 3 months, hopefully.
And is that licenses for like the company, also the token? Because I'm not exactly sure how that works. I know you're not the legal guy, so I'm not holding you accountable, but like, do you have to get proper licenses for this specific token, or like mostly for the company around it? Do you know anything about that?
It's mostly for the company around it, because we are going to work as a fiat on and off ramp. And to be able to work as a fiat on and off ramp, you need to have proper licenses. And to be able, like, it's very important for us to have very good fiat on and off ramps, because it's our mission. Like I said,
it's your main thing.
The world for mass crypto adoption, but how do you get into crypto? Well, you have to purchase it for fiat, right? So that transition has to be very smoothly, and that's why we're getting the licenses that we're getting.
Then for the Kasta token, can you like name what it does actually? Like, because we talked about Kasta the company, sounds pretty nice, but the token itself.
Absolutely. It's very integrated within the product. So by staking Kasta, the token itself, you get a lot of different benefits, which is yield multiplier. So the more Kasta you stake, the better yield you get. You get reduced exchange fees. You get better cashback deals. We'll also offer our users debit cards to be able to purchase in the real world, so to speak. So you'll get better cashback deals on that. You also get governance, so you'll be able to vote for what cashback brands we're going to offer for in the future or two. We also have a pretty cool thing that we call staking with friends, actually, because it's divided in different levels, like I said. So the more Kasta you stake, the better yield effects, etc.
Yeah, like with crypto.com with all those cards, I think.
Exactly. But for you to be able to get to that top level on the other sides, you need to be basically a whale. You need to stake a lot of tokens. And for the everyday man, it's pretty hard. So they will never reach that level. So what we're doing is bringing the social aspect into it. So you can actually create staking pools together, Kasta staking pool, where you go together, stake your tokens together to get their words together, basically. Which I think is cool.
And then you all get that benefit. So let's say we all with crypto.com maximum is 350k euros. Let's say we all stake, us four, whatever, we stake 200,000 bucks each, so we're way over the limit, but then we would all get the card because together combined, we have that minimum threshold, right? It's not like one person gets the benefit because it's like a referral. So that's also good to know. Then in regards to governance, so let's say, for example, me and my community really want to have a specific crypto on there. Do we go through the, means of Twitter to ask you guys around it? Or is it like do we go through a real voting mechanism like that? Or what is the easiest to get a coin on to Kasta?
I think this is the best questions to actually ask the CEO's officer. Of course, we're all listening to the community, but there will be, interviews with our users. We'll listen to what they're saying on our Telegram channels, over on Twitter. we'll have votes within the app saying what do you see next, what token, coin do you want to see next, etc. And listen based on the data and asking around. That's how we're going to do it. And we're very data driven in the company. It's very important for us because data will lead us the way. It's not, I don't develop, like I have this main idea, like I just discussed and talked to you about how I want to do stuff. But what's important is what the users want, of course, because and that's what we develop too.
It's already getting dark a little bit, so we have to conclude this as soon as possible. I don't think we have any more questions. Now, if you guys have any other questions, just make sure you put them down below, because I actually want to talk to Carl again when we get that little, I guess, either another beta demo, or when he at least can show us really how that app works or how the card or something like that works. So we have some more to discuss maybe, or once we're actually live on the markets. I've already told you guys I'm pretty excited about this project. If you're also excited about it, make sure you press that like button. Make sure you sign up for the, what is it called now, over on you guys' website?
The waiting list,
The waiting list. Make sure you sign up for that waiting list. And you have anything else to say, Carl?
No, so happy to be on the channel and super honored, like I said, that you're showing your face for this. That's super cool. Go follow us on Twitter, of course.
See you guys again in another crypto video.